So one of the biggest things that I find with athletes is, and when it comes to getting fitter, you think that it needs to be brutal. Like every fitness session needs to leave you dead. Like if you're not bent over, blowing out your ass, laying on the floor, or got face down in the grass somewhere, then that session didn't do anything for your fitness. And that's just not true. And there are a lot of different moving parts to fitness. Obviously, you've got your aerobic base, you've got repeated effort fitness, all that sort of stuff. But just for now, I just want to talk about the aerobic base side of things because I know it's not what anyone's doing. Whenever I start doing this kind of stuff with my athletes, they all look at me and go, what the fuck are we doing, man? This is not hard enough. But it's just not done enough. And that's mostly because what I just said is you don't think it's hard enough. And if it's not hard, it's not worth doing. But fitness is like trying to build your speed, right? So if you wanted to get faster, you want to just do sprint after sprint, like at club training where you go and do 40-meter sprints, rest 10 seconds, and then sprint back. So that's not going to get you faster, right? It's going to work on your repeated efforts. To build speed properly, you need quality sprints with enough rest so that you can actually move fast every time you sprint. Then once you've raised the ceiling on your speed, then you can look at, repeated efforts, teaching your ATP system to replenish faster than 2 to 3 minutes. So fitness is similar. If you just go straight into hard fitness sessions, hard repeated efforts, you skip the part where you actually build the base, you raise the ceiling on your fitness. And that is a massive piece of the puzzle. Over the last year or two, I've really nailed down on this kind of thing and seen massive results with my athletes and huge increases in their 1.2 times. And that training is called Zone 2 training. Every coach's definition of Zone 2 is different. My definition and where I like to work is between 70 and 85% of someone's max heart rate, from anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending on the athlete and what we're doing. If you don't have a heart rate monitor, what you're looking for is an RPE of like 5 or 6. So it's not super fucking easy, but you're not gassed either. You can get through 45 minutes or half an hour. Boring as batshit, but you can get through it. It's just that steady work that helps build your engine from the lower end of things. Doesn't burn you out, doesn't fry your CNS, can actually help you recover well. It helps your body keep going, okay? So it improves your recovery between hard efforts and just handling workload better. A lot of my clients will say to me, usually where they would feel like, obviously everyone's max heart rate can't change. When you're gassed, but how fast your heart rate can come down is very important, and that's what Zone 2 training does. You'll always hit a ceiling, you'll always feel fucked, but how fast your heart rate can come down so you're good to go again faster is what Zone 2 conditioning will improve. It keeps you moving better for longer, and it will actually back up your harder con sessions a lot better too. This is one of the biggest things that I used with my athletes with their 1.2 times. And that's the thing, Zone 2 training is not there to replace hard training. I certainly still give my athletes fucking hard training sessions, but we only do, maximum of 2 a week. Definitely not there to replace the hard sessions. It's there to build the base underneath. And usually pre-season, we'll start doing Zone 2 training before we build into the harder con sessions. So we never really stop doing our fitness work at all. So the same as speed, we raise the ceiling first and then we build on top of it. And I think where a lot of athletes go wrong is they just skip that first part and go straight into the fucking hard shit. And that's just like a thing that's been built into our brain since we were young. You've got to go hard. And yes, you certainly do, but you've got to be smart about it. So any of you who just keep smashing hard con sessions all the time, you've never really spent time building your aerobic base in that Zone 2 range, that could be one of the biggest reasons your fitness isn't improving as much as you want to. It doesn't have to be, like I like to do the Zone 2 stuff off feet. So a prime example of a 20-minute Zone 2 session might be 5 minutes on the row machine, 5 minutes on the ski erg, 5 minutes on an assault bike, and then another 5 minutes on an elliptical, okay, as an example. Or another example might be a circuit. So I might have my athletes do a couple of box jumps and then a couple of shuffles for 20 meters, some back pedals for 20 meters, maybe a couple of up-down burpees, and then maybe some med ball throws. Like, you can do whatever you want. All you have to make sure is that you don't go under the 70% of your max heart rate. You don't go over too much, over 85%. If that happens, you just sort of stop and walk around for a bit until you're back in that range. You'll sort of suss it out for yourself. So that is probably one of the biggest things that I do with my athletes that have given some of the best 1.2 times that I've seen in my 20 years of being a trainer.